Apart from autotrophic mode of nutrition, heterotrophic mode of nutrition, we also have other modes of nutrition in plants. Like I mentioned earlier at the beginning of this chapter, that there are certain plants which don't have the green pigment chlorophyll, and therefore they are unable to perform photosynthesis. So they use other modes of nutrition so that they can survive efficiently and properly. So the next mode of nutrition which we'll discuss is parasitic mode of nutrition. So in this, a plant which does not have the green pigment chlorophyll, like the plant which is unable to perform photosynthesis, it takes help, it completely depends on other plants known as the host. So the plant which completely depends on another plant and utilizes its resources for its survival is known as the parasite. So we have the host plant and the parasitic plant. For example, we have Cuscuta. Cuscuta is also known as Amarbel in Hindi. It's a very common parasitic plant. What it does, it creeps over other plants, and it sucks the nutrients from the other plants for its survival. So that's why this Cuscuta is a very famous parasitic plant. And there are also many other parasitic plants like weeds. There are other poisonous plants like Parthinum plants, and there are many other poisonous plants as well. But however, these plants are very dangerous. So that's why regular cleaning of the weeds and these poisonous plants are highly suggested for proper, healthy and clean environments. However, in forest areas they are okay. I mean, they are not affecting human life and other sensitive areas. So yes, in certain areas they grow much more freely because they are free from the human intervention. Then we'll study about the next mode of nutrition known as the insectivorous mode of nutrition, and the plants performing this insectivorous mode of nutrition, they are known as insectivorous plants. These plants, like, they are able to perform photosynthesis. However, due to some certain lack of nutrients, so which they have to get from external sources, otherwise they won't be able to survive properly. What they do is they trap and they consume or they eat insects, and then they secrete the digestive juices from the insects. So that's why these are known as insectivorous plants or the insect eating plants. For example, we have the pitcher plant, the Venus flytrap plant, etc. And we have many other insectivorous plants. So apart from this, we'll study a new topic known as Saprotrophs. So certain organisms like fungi, they feed on dead or decaying matter. This mode of nutrition is known as Saprotrophic mode of nutrition, and these organisms are known as or called as Saprotrophs. If certain articles are left unattended for a long time, which are edible, which can be eaten, so these fungi grows on these articles because that environment is very conducive, is very favorable for these organisms like fungi. And many fungi like yeast and mushrooms, they are very useful for us, for human beings. And certain fungi are also used in medicines. But many fungi are also harmful and they cause various diseases as well. Now we'll study about this topic known as symbiotic relationship, or simply known as symbiosis. So what do you mean by symbiotic relationship? A symbiotic relationship is when some organisms live together and share shelter and nutrients for their mutual benefit. It is known as symbiotic relationship, or simply known as symbiosis. For example, if you take about the lichens plant, lichens is a combination of algae and a fungi living together and sharing shelter and nutrients for their mutual benefits. Now we'll study this next topic, how nutrients are replenished in the soil. Like, what do you mean by replenish? Replenish means refilling something is known as replenishing. So mainly the nutrients are refilled in the soil, but mainly by many bacteria available on our planet Earth. For example, the Rhizobium bacterium or bacteria fixes the nitrogen present in the atmosphere, known as atmospheric nitrogen, into the soil in various soluble forms, so that various plants can absorb the nitrogen in soluble forms and they can process it. These bacteria are also known as the nitrogen fixing bacteria. So without these essential nitrogen fixing bacteria, plants will not be able to use nitrogen, which is a major component of the welfare of plants. Particular category of plants known as the leguminous plants like grams, peas, mung beans and other legumes are grown regularly on the soil, so that the atmospheric nitrogen is fixed in the soil and then the plants will be very healthy. So that's why many farmers, they grow leguminous plants on a regular basis before they grow major crops like rice, wheat or corn, etc. Other ways of replenishing the nutrients in the soil by doing it manually, by spraying fertilizers or by spraying manure. So yes, there are many methods available, but these three are the common methods, like mainly by using leguminous plants, by spraying fertilizers, by spraying manures as well. So in this way we studied a lot of wonderful topics and important topics in this chapter, chapter 1, nutrition in plants. So you can also do some Google search, and if you have any doubts or suggestions, you can let us know in the comment section below. Thank you so much. Have a great day.